Dude, which team tying the series yesterday are you most confident in saying has the edge the rest of the way?
Oh boy, I kind of want to go with the Bruins here. Maybe I'll be the DraftKings homer and make everyone at the headquarters happy. But Antti Ranta obviously starting for Carolina, it just gives me a little bit of pause. And Frederick Anderson doesn't look like he's going to be due back anytime soon. I just think that's a really big factor here. I know Carolina is really tough at home, but when you give Carolina needed to split that series, when you give a team with Patrice Bergeron, Marchand, and Pasternak some life like that, and then you throw in the fact they know that the starting goalie isn't there, I just do not like this setup for Carolina going forward. Losing 2 in a row, the momentum's shifted. I know it's the dreaded M word, but I think Boston are the teams I'm the most confident. I'm also pretty confident in the Lightning, though. I'd like the Lightning to start. Again, you give a veteran team like that some confidence, you show a little blood in the water, they're probably going to take advantage. So I think those other two series a lot closer. I still like Edmonton. I think Minnesota, St. Louis goes 7, but Boston and Tampa Bay right now, with wins yesterday, I'm pretty confident in those two teams going forward.
Yeah, and I know it's dangerous to say no Charlie McAvoy, no problem for the Bruins with their top D-man who was out, but it may be smarter to say guys like Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, those other Bruin stars can just figure out a way to solve Boston's problems.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think that's why Carolina needed to get a win in Boston, right? And not have the series tied 2-2. You just don't want to give those veterans confidence. I think, a team that's been there before, players that have been there before, they know that, once the series is tied 2-2 going back, now it's a 3-game. Now that we just got to concentrate for 3 games, and the pressure's just ramped up on the team that's given 2 games away. So yeah, every team's got injury issues. I mentioned Carolina net, Boston on the back end, but as long as those top lines are rolling and getting confidence for Boston, it's going to be a tough out for them, for Carolina, I should say.
28 games have taken place so far in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Only 9 of them have been decided by 2 goals or fewer. And of those 9, just 4 of them have been 1-goal decisions. These are wild, just haymakers getting thrown around in round 1. These aren't very close games. Is that surprising to you, just how basically most of the time the winner in the first round has just been blowing out their opponent?
Yeah, and it's kind of a trend we're seeing across sports. If you remember back to the football playoffs, the round 1, the wild card games, they were kind of all blowouts as well. And maybe it's just a little less parity in professional sports right now. But I also think that with the way the NHL is going, higher scoring season, we just saw the Florida Panthers put up a historic pace for most of the regular season. I think it's just carrying over to the first round. You will definitely, in my opinion at least, you will definitely see it start to tighten up into the second round. You're going to see closer matchups as well. The more league teams only surviving, obviously. So I think I'm not actually that shocked at it, because generally we see this scoring tighten up at the end of the year. We really didn't see that, and it still hasn't really tightened up. I think you will see that, but it'll be closer towards the Stanley Cup Finals.